Okay, on this problem, we're looking at a ladder problem. We want to know how long a ladder we're going to need to reach a windowsill that's 50 feet above the ground if the ladder rests against the building, making an angle of 5 pi over 12 with the ground. So I've drawn a nice little picture here, a nice right triangle. We have a building, obviously. And then what happens is we are going to assume this is a right triangle so that we can use SohCahToa and all of our trigonometric ratios and all of that. Okay, so the information as we sort of label this is the windowsill is up here. It's 50 feet from the ground. So I'm going to label 50 on this side. And then we were given this angle that's created between the ladder and the ground. All right, so 5 pi over 12. I can label that down here. 5 pi over 12 is going to be the angle in this corner of our triangle. Now what we're missing is the length of the ladder. So I'm going to label that with an X. That's going to be the hypotenuse of this triangle. So as we set this up, we want to use SohCahToa to help us out. So when we're using SohCahToa, remember that you want to connect together what you do know based on this angle. The angle being over in this corner, it looks like we know the opposite side. And I'm going to go ahead and label this. We know the opposite side, 50. And we want to know the hypotenuse, X. All right, so looking at SohCahToa, we want to pick out which trigonometric ratio connects together these two. So when we're looking at opposite and hypotenuse, we have to use the first one as it's written here, that sine is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. So with that, we can go ahead and set up the sine of 5 pi over 12 is going to equal the opposite, 50, over the hypotenuse, x. All right, now we have an equation that connects together only one unknown and a couple things that we were given in this problem. So our next goal is solve this down, get x on one side by itself. Well, we can't solve for x while it's in the denominator. So the first thing I would probably do is go ahead and multiply both sides by x. This will eliminate it from the denominator. So we have x multiplied by sine of 5 pi over 12 equals 50. And to get x all by itself, we need to get rid of the sine of 5 pi over 12. So we're going to divide both sides by that. So sine of 5 pi over 12 divided on both sides. All right, that'll isolate x and get that on one side all by itself. On the right-hand side, we need to get this into our calculator. So when you're getting this into your calculator, remember that 5 pi over 12 was given to us. They did not indicate degrees. So this is automatically radian measure. So let's make sure that our calculators are in radian mode by pressing the mode button and the third option down. At least on my calculator, you're able to choose either radians or degrees. We want to choose radians. Then to get this into our calculator, we'll do 50 divided by sine button, 5 pi button over 12. And on getting this pi button on using our calculators, on mine, it's second, and then my exponent button to give me exactly pi popping up here. After we get the divided by 12, we'll close parentheses, press enter, and I got this to be about 51.76. Since we're asked to round to the nearest whole foot, I'll do 52 feet. And I know that's going to be in feet because my height up to the window was in feet, and we're going to stay consistent for all of our side lengths. All right, so I hope this helps out as you're working these application problems. They're not too bad, but I would suggest draw the picture. That always really helps, and have SohCahToa handy and memorized. All right, good luck.